Thank you for listening to BizPod with me, Paul.
And me, Rachel.
Our weekly business English podcast where we talk about the news, social media, and hot topics from a business point of view. You'll get a podcast and links to the articles we discuss. This way you can share your thoughts too. Join us as we discuss what's on our minds this week. Today we have an interesting article from the BBC, which is about AI voice tools. Do you think, when you're listening to something that's AI generated, do you think they all sound the same? Very generic?
Well, I've recently been trawling through YouTube looking for certain videos for a particular project. And it was amazing the number of videos that I came across which were AI voices.
Yeah.
And some of them were awful, absolutely horrendous, but others were pretty good.
Yeah. But I think you can kind of tell when something's, when a voice is AI generated, there's a certain element to them and they're very, I'm going to use the word generic.
Not always, I don't think. I think they're getting better.
Yeah, they're certainly getting better. But I don't know, if you went back 3 or 4 years and an AI voice sounded terrible, it was very robotic, wasn't it? Yeah. But anyway, so we're talking about this today because there's a British company, and there's, let's big up the Brits, Synthesia.
Oh, hang on, no, they're copying British regional accents. It doesn't necessarily say that it's a British company.
Okay.
You read that wrong.
I read that wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to presume, because I read it wrong.
Hang on, it says from a British firm. You're all right. I stand corrected. I was just checking.
You stand corrected.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so it's a British firm. So let's big up Britain again. Yeah, British tech.
Back up again.
Yeah.
I was happy when it was the underdog.
But they are creating AI voices in British regional accents.
Lovely. That must be lovely.
Yeah, well, it must be lovely, but I think it's going to be really, really strange to hear British regional AI voices.
So does that mean if you live in Birmingham, and you ring Birmingham to find out I've got a problem, I need to ring them? I can't do a Birmingham accent.
No, you can't, can you?
But do you think the answer that they'll say, hello, love, hello, me duck, can I help you?
Quite possibly, yeah. I mean, I don't think they're going to be using the particular dialects, Rachel, but I think it's just the accent.
That might be me duck. You never know.
Okay.
Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's a natural progression from the generic sort of standard Americanized AI voice that we've had. Any AI voice that was British was always RP.
BBC, when you talked about an article, the BBC creating an article about accents, I thought it's going to be BBC voice.
Yeah. Where
you have no accent at all. You talk a little bit like the Queen.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sorry, the King.
Yeah, the King. Yeah,
I keep forgetting she's dead.
Yeah. Yeah. So the fact that there are going to be voices in different regional accents, even dialects, at some point in the future, I think it's a really good thing. But
it'll make people feel more comfortable when they want to talk to somebody about resolving a problem if they're going to have to talk with AI.
Yeah, and you're kind of having this conversation with somebody who's got a similar accent to yours. Mm-hmm. Fair enough, I can understand that be all right. Mm-hmm. I'm not really 100% sure why they're doing this, though.
Well, doesn't it say in the article? It said that it felt that for training videos and support and presentations, it would be customers wanted a more accurate regional representation.
Yeah, but they're saying their customers wanted that. But okay, so let's go back to the scenario of the BBC. So if you went if you were looking at the BBC 30 years ago, maybe 40 years ago, even the regional TV programs, you never heard a regional accent.
Gosh, no.
It was always
BBC
English.
Yes.
So, you would go to Scotland and there would be someone speaking BBC English.
I think it was to do with bias, wasn't it? They weren't, having a regional accent was supposed to show bias towards a particular region. So
yeah.
But now
Yeah, but the BBC sort of went through this process of introducing regional accents and diversity. And now you get all these people talking in really weird accents and nobody can understand what word they're saying.
Okay.
So maybe, imagine you're creating an AI presentation and you decide to have like a northeastern accent because that's where you're based. It might be such a strong accent that no one can really understand it.
Well, maybe they're going to have to think about who is the audience, who is this for, and if it's for a particular regional audience. I mean, also, you think about if it's a training video for like manufacturing staff, they want to be talked to in some kind of plain language that they understand, don't they?
Yeah.
Whereas if it's a management team, that management team might not necessarily be from the local area.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's a difference there, isn't there?
Yeah.
So, horses for courses. Yeah?
Okay, yeah, very good. Horses for courses.
What does that mean, Paul?
Well, different horses for different courses.
Yeah, so specific. You do something for a specific reason in one area, and then you do something different for a different reason in another area.
Exactly, yeah.
The best.
So explain horses for courses. You have sort of the jump horses, and then you have the sprint horses.
Yeah, and you have little ponies for kids.
Yeah, and you don't.
Old nag.
Yeah, old nags. You don't put a sprint horse on a jump course.
Yep.
Because it doesn't know how to jump.
No, you don't put an old nag in for the Grand National because it won't win.
You never know though, do you? I mean, there's no guarantee with the Grand National. There's no guarantee who's going to win because there's so many horses fall, and it's a nightmare. I think.
Oh dear.
Okay. Anyway, so new British accents for AI voices.
Not just British. The article talks about French-speaking customers also wanting voices originating from France rather than sounding French-Canadian. So it's not just a British thing.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose eventually that every country is going to have AI voice generation in regional accents.
Okay.
Even if we, as non-natives, cannot hear the difference between the regional accents in France or in Spain or in China, the natives will.
Yeah. But I mean, there is that risk, isn't it, of people having their voices cloned and using them to scam people.
Yeah.
I mean, I would know if it was a scammer with your voice calling me up on the phone because you never call me. And I'd be like, this isn't Paul because you never phone me, ever.
Well, I don't need to phone you, Rach. We live in the same house, don't we?
Yeah, I know, but you never phone me. I mean, I sometimes phone you if I've lost you in a shop, don't I? But then I do video call to make sure I see you.
Yeah, but if I've lost you in a shop, I'll just
wait.
just wait, I'll find something to entertain myself for half an hour while you're shopping.
No, but my point is, do you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
I mean, we've all had those text messages from saying, "Hi, Mum, I've lost my phone. Could you send me some money? Could you ring this number?" And it's like, well, I'm not a mum, so you got that one wrong, love.
Okay, well, it'd be interesting to come back to, say, this subject of this article in a year's time.
Just a year?
Well, in a year's time, maybe maybe even just 6 months, just to sort of see how much AI has changed or improved.
Well, I mean, Synthesia, if anybody's had a go with Synthesia, they create videos with avatars, and I've had a go. And it's quite fun, but the avatars can't move, they're a bit static. But you can put a script in, and there's a person on screen. You can choose how they're dressed, and they deliver your script in the voice that you choose.
Yeah, and in regional accents now as well.
Yeah, but I mean, it'll be interesting to see whether the avatars can actually move.
Yeah. Like I said, let's come back to this subject, in 6 months and in 12 months and just sort of see how fast AI has progressed.
Fast. Could you hear the regional accent there? How fast, not how fast.
It doesn't have two A's. The word fast does not have two A's. It's not fast,
but it's
fast.
Car park, not cat pack.
Now you're just being facetious.
Oh, I say he's elevating his English there. Facetious. Okay.
Anyway.
Well, are you going to put it in your diary so that we come back to it in 6 months?
No, I'm going to trust you to remember.
Oh, God. Okay.
You've got a better memory than me.
Fair enough. All right. Well, that's it for today.
See you next week.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. We hope you liked our podcast. And please don't forget to subscribe and stay connected with us. Until next time, goodbye.